Hi there, welcome to Positive Power with your host, Michele Dionne. Hope you've had a great summer so far, and we're actually in the home stretch now, aren't we? The weather's going to stay warm. You know, we seem to do good here in southwestern Ontario, right till about Halloween, but the kids are going back to school soon. So pros and cons, right? It's a little bit more expensive when they're back in school, packing lunches and supplies and whatnot. But if your work schedule doesn't shadow their school schedule, you get more me time. So that's well worth it. So that's a pretty exciting time for some parents. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about positive and negative affirmations. You know, if you were around and watching TV in the 70s and the 80s, you may be familiar, in the 90s I guess, with Saturday Night Live, which is still on. But they had a character called Stuart Smalley, and he did positive affirmations, and it really mocked positive affirmations in a way. But it brought attention to it, and they had a movie. It was Stuart Saves His Family, and the whole family was dysfunctional. And his most popular tagline that he's well known by was, "I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me." And it's classic, like anybody from my era is aware of it. But people mock positive affirmations, and they see positive affirmations online, and people talk about it. And it's so hard to do, but for some reason, it's not hard to do negative affirmations, is it? We all do it. You know, you'll drop something, "I'm so clumsy." You'll stub your toe. You'll make a mistake. "I'm so stupid." "Oh, I'm an idiot." You know, and it's so easy to throw those words out, and you're not thinking about it, but you are thinking about it because it came from somewhere. And a prime example of that is how we're surrounded by negativity or negative verbiage that we put our emotion into, and we just blast out with all the energy we have, is music. You know, I'm a big fan of music, but we have to be so careful. I feel like I sound like my parents. Didn't our parents say that? It's the music. Well, you know what? It is the music. Part of it is the music. And part of it is because you're chanting and you're putting your emotion into something and saying, you know, sad, depressing words or non-productive words, or, you know, I had a friend that I still have her, I love her, but she was going through a depressing period, and I remember going to her door to drop her off something or do something, and she answers the door and she's so sad and she's crying and she's having a horrible time, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay?" And we talked for a minute, but all I could hear in the background was some woman singing some depressing life sucks music, and it was just like, I was drained just hearing it in the background. Like, it was just, I was like, turn that off. Like, that's just gonna suck the life right out of you. And that's what we surround ourselves with quite often. There's millions of songs around, but do you really take the time to listen to what your favorite songs say? Do you take the time to listen, like even the song Hallelujah? We all know that song. Take a minute to listen to it sometime. It's not the most positive song in the world. Here's another one that you probably know. I'm just going to give you a little bit of the words, see if you can pick out what it is. It's the terror of knowing what the world is about, watching some good friends, screaming, "Let me out." Pray tomorrow gets me higher, pressure on people, people on streets. Chipping around, kick my brains on the floor, these are the days it never rains but it pours. Queen, under pressure. Here's another one. And this is a more common one because Queen hasn't been around for a long time, but they're still around, right? We still hear them. They're very popular, one of the most popular bands in the world. This other one, crashing, lifting a wall. Right now I need a miracle. Stranded, reaching out. I call your name, but you're not around. I need you, I need you. I think I'm losing my mind. It's in my head, darling, I hope that you'll be here when I need you most. Running out of time. Thought you were on my side. Now there's nobody on my side. How depressing is that? And how sad is that? And if you repeat that to yourself a whole bunch of times, you're planting a seed, you're putting emotion behind it. You know, your words are so powerful. So I have a challenge for you this week. I'd like you to take your 3 most favorite songs and just run them through lyrics.com. Or maybe if it's not on there, run it through another site, or take the time to check out the lyrics. But start looking at what you're really exposing to yourself. What are you really singing and chanting to yourself? Because even if you don't want to look in the mirror and tell yourself how great you are, and that's okay too, start mixing up your music a bit. Start listening to some positive music. Uplifting stuff that's going to make you feel good, stuff that tells you how amazing you are. So I'm out of time, but I just want to tell you myself how amazing you really are. I hope you have a great week. And think about it. Look up 3 songs. See what you think. Maybe you're on the right path, but if you're not, it's a great time to switch it up. Have a great week. Talk to you next time. Take care.